Hey guys, it's Carl here from GTnK Gaming. So, what we're doing today is we're actually just going to have a little bit of a chat. We need to talk over some stuff, talk through what we've been doing, what YouTube's been doing, and some of the things that are going on revolving around YouTube. So first of all, I'm going to obviously start on sort of things from our channel side of things. So, recently, we're having issues with YouTube. What they're doing is they are demonetizing videos, claiming that they're not suitable for advertisers, when this completely is not the case. In most of my videos, there's no serious swearing, except I think there's one of them, which was my armor video, which we were obviously being really silly, and I actually demonetized that myself, just because, you know, I knew it was a bit over the board. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly show you. So, this is my channel currently. Obviously, from your guys' point of view, you can't really see what I've got monetized and what I have not. So, what I'm going to go over and show you is the Creator Studio here. See, excuse me. The other day, I actually deleted about 4 or 5 videos because I had around 7 videos that were demonetized. So obviously, as you can see here, this is one that isn't public yet. So you're already seeing what's due to come out. So we've got Division 1. It's got a little green symbol here. That means it's monetized. Okay. So then we go on to things like PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. Now, our language and things like that aren't too bad. You know, because there is a policy out there which I will be discussing with you guys. I will be pulling up very shortly. But the videos such as the PlayerUnknown aren't actually violating any of the policies that obviously us content creators have to follow. I mean, I know a lot of my viewers don't realise this, you know, because a lot of people think they can just upload anything to YouTube. But when you're actually trying to do YouTube as a profession, as a job, then you've got very specific things you can and can't do. Like, there's very specific guidelines that state what's inappropriate, what you can have monetized, what you can't have monetized, and how you've got to conduct yourself on YouTube. So, like I said, yeah, so we've got our PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds videos here, here, and here. So all of them have been marked not suitable for most advertisers. Now, this has only happened recently. A lot of YouTubers are having this issue. You know, they've woken up suddenly and half of their videos are demonetized. Again, I'm going to be going into that in more detail because I've got some examples for you guys. Obviously, that's my armor one, which I expected to get marked not suitable for most advertisers, but I demonetized it anyway. Then we've got our World at War Zombies. Now, I really don't understand why that was demonetized. Like, there is completely no reason. All we're doing is playing World at War, you know, Call of Duty. I mean, it's not like we're effing and blinding constantly. We're not being racist. We're not being offensive. We're not just displaying copious amounts of blood and gore. You know, so they've really got no reason to be marking these videos as not suitable for most advertisers. Let's see if we go further down. I think there might be one more. See, we're getting into my older videos now. Let's just wait for this to load. Okay, so all these are good. Let me go back onto the other page, actually, because I do want to quickly mention something while we're here having a chat. I mean, just to slap in a quick lighter note, we have done very well, because I was obviously going through my videos the other night, having a look at things, and I saw, bam, this baby right here. On my RuneScape video, we have reached 1,066 views. God damn it. Thank you, guys. Seriously. So yeah, big thank you to that. So, some of the reasons we haven't been uploading as much as obviously you can see here is due to this issue we're having with the monetization, because we're starting to go, what, you know, previously we knew what we could and could not upload. You know, we knew what that bar was. And it seems like in the past few weeks that bar has changed, and their detection software, because what it is, it's an automatic software that picks this up. So YouTube has multiple bits of software that pick up various things, and you know, they can take down videos and stuff like that. You know, they do it for DMCA, copyright, and advertisements, monetization, and you know, they've got all these systems for all these different things. But I mean, so far from my experience, especially with this advertisement system, is extremely flawed. I mean, what I'm going to quickly do is I'm obviously going to talk through this, and then me and BMO are going to have a discussion about it. But yeah, this next clip I've got up, a lot of you guys will probably know him. He's known by ESO. He's a really, really big YouTuber. As you can see there, he's got 1 million subscribers. He does really, really well on his videos. I mean, this was uploaded today, and it's already got 17,000 views. The link to his channel is going to be in the description, same with the link to this video, obviously with me using it as a source. But as you can see on screen, he has exactly the same as what I've got, obviously on a much, much, much bigger scale. So, as you can see, he's got videos with like 300,000 views, 500,000 views, that he's had up since 2015 that have been absolutely fine. Then all of a sudden he's checking his channel and he's noticing that his videos are demonetized, that YouTube is basically making it difficult for him to be continuing YouTube. Obviously, as you can see, I've been watching the video, and he's completely stumped on what to do. He's messaging YouTube, and what they're saying is just check the guidelines, because the guidelines have changed recently. And he's saying in the video how he's checked the guidelines, and basically what he's going to be doing is he's going to be messaging YouTube again and having to put all them videos through a manual review. Now, the thing with manual review, I mean, I would do it with the ones that obviously have been flagged, but you have to have a minimum of 1,000 views in a week on a video to request a manual review. So for the smaller YouTubers that are trying to do this and make a living out of it, and trying to climb their way through, you know, especially with me being networked as well, it makes it incredibly difficult because your content's constantly getting flagged. So this isn't the only YouTuber. Like I said, I've got a couple of examples. Now, this gentleman here, which BMO has actually sent me, Official Dad Cubed. Cubed, sorry. English is not my strong point today. So I've obviously muted the audio, but there is no talking in this video whatsoever. It's just him getting about his day, doing his stuff, getting up in the morning. You know, he's legitimately not doing anything, and it got marked not suitable for advertisers. He commented on Twitter, obviously stating that this had happened, and they're messing us around, you know, as content creators, because we do our best to bring our viewer base, you know, something good to entertain you guys and give you guys something to watch, whether you're on a bad day, good day, whatever. You know, we can make you laugh with our videos. Sometimes we can bring on emotion with our videos. You know, for us content creators, it's all about connecting with you guys, you know, and interacting with you guys and going through an experience with you all. And YouTube is making that very, very difficult, because you're going to have content creators that are going to be getting flagged by this system and end up just going, well, sod this. You know, if YouTube's going to be doing this to me, why should I continue? Because you do have some YouTubers out there who are at the point where YouTube is their job. They work as a content creator, you know, because they get paid by our ad revenue, sponsorships, stuff like that, you know. So YouTube is their job. So when their videos are getting flagged, it's massively putting down the community, which is YouTube, you know. And you've got content creators out there trying their absolute hardest to bring it back and try and figure out where they're going wrong, what they're doing that's marking their videos as not appropriate for advertisement. Yeah, they're basically gonna find other sources to host the videos on, because I mean, what, there's like 5 or 6 big websites out there that you can host videos on. I mean, obviously, I love YouTube. You know, I think YouTube is a brilliant website, but the issue is they've got very flawed systems that clearly aren't detecting things correctly. I mean, obviously, we've had a few blunders through YouTube with such the situations as PewDiePie. That whole, you know, the thing where he made a comment, and you know, it basically sparked up a load of drama. You know, so I don't know whether it's YouTube trying to be more careful, because obviously, it's not just PewDiePie that's done things like that. That's the thing. I'm not, you know, digging at PewDiePie. I think he's a brilliant YouTuber, but obviously we all make mistakes. But yeah, I mean, there's other content creators out there that do make mistakes and, you know, do make comments that aren't, what's the word for it, necessarily appropriate. And it's just, it seems like YouTube is almost putting down the others, because whether they've tightened this system or not, you know, I mean, to me, it sounds like they've tightened the system. You know, they've done some tweaks to the automated system that's picking up on these things. And I honestly don't see how it's going to motivate content creators to be making content, especially not for those who do want to make a living out of YouTube. So what I'm going to quick do, actually, is I'll quick go into this Twitter post. This is Milo Stewart. Obviously, as you can see on screen, is at Gender Thrash. Again, all my sources will be in the description. So he's put LMAO. Of course, the first video I had marked as not advertiser friendly was the one about my disordered eating habits. So, you know, this guy's obviously made a video that's quite close to him, and it's getting demonetized. You know, it's getting marked as not advertiser friendly. I mean, I don't know how big this guy is. I mean, actually, let's have a quick look. So this guy has 5,000 followers. Yeah, I mean, if he's talking about like experiences that he's had, for example, you know, sometimes people look for videos like that to help them through a hard time. So if Milo's gone through some hard times, he's making videos on it, whether it's to advise people or sort of educate them about, say, certain things. Then with it being demonetized, again, it's going to demotivate the creator. I'm not obviously saying that Milo is demotivated, but I'm sort of talking as an umbrella term where it can demotivate YouTubers. It's just not, it's not right. It's not fair, you know, to us content creators. Because I mean, for example, I'm not in YouTube. Me and Beamore here. I'm not in YouTube for the money. Obviously, getting paid is a point of it, but our main focus is you guys. But at the same time, we subscribe to varying games that we're starting to record for you guys. We've got some things due to go through editing. I've got things on my hard drive that are due to go through editing that, you know, we have to subscribe to. We have to pay monthly fees to play that game. You know, such as the World of Warcraft. I have to pay for that every month, you know. And sometimes when I'm going through a hard time within, sort of financially within my life, you know, it can be really, really difficult. And with YouTube now starting to make it even more difficult to make money on YouTube through advertisements, you know, it's getting even harder to be able to sustain, especially for the big YouTubers who go through deals and stuff like that, and then they're getting the videos demonetized. So what I've got on screen now, actually, is the policy that YouTube has. This is, well, it's a guideline. This is the advertiser-friendly content guidelines. Basically, what this is this tells you what you can and can't have monetized, for example. You know, it states what is suitable and what is not eligible for advertising. Okay? So I'm just going to go into this a little bit. So, here we go. Controversial issues and sensitive events. So basically that's going over such things as war, politics, terrorism, extremism, death, tragedies, all that, you know. I mean, I expect this video to get flagged just because I've said them words. You know, because YouTube's detection software will pick up on it. But yeah, you know, it basically says, you know, videos that focus on, I say that word again, focus on sensitive topics, which is the exact wording right there. You know, we'll get flagged. I mean, you know, that's completely fair enough. You know, if there is a key focus on such things that aren't really appropriate, and you know, I can understand how advertisers don't want that type, you know, that type of publicity. I mean, I can kind of understand like news channels and stuff, because I mean, you do have news channels on YouTube. I mean, you know, you do have news channels out there, whether it's official channels such as Sky News, Fox, you know, CNN, BBC, whatever, or whether it's your independent YouTuber, your content creator that is doing a news show, you know. So in some ways, I agree with it, but at the same time, you do have channels out there that are sensitive when they're talking about the issue. You know, they're not just going at it full front and, you know, then leaning to offence or showing extreme graphic content that's, you know, that's in the news or anything like that. I mean, with such subjects such as those, you have got to be sensitive, but at the same time, YouTube's detection software is picking up on even words you say. So, for example, because I've said some of them words that are up there, the odds are that this video will get flagged, you know, but just because I've said them words. And that's how strict the detection's becoming, you know. And it's, again, it's making it difficult for us. Now, let's go into the next one, which is drugs, dangerous products, or substances. Now, I completely agree with this guideline. Like, completely. Because it states, video content that promotes or features the sale, use or abuse of illegal drugs, controlled drugs or substances, or other dangerous products is not eligible for advertising. Now that is completely understood, okay? I don't have an issue with that one at all. I mean, me being more, you know, we don't make any content on that. You know, we're both on the same standpoint. We don't agree with drugs or illegal substances or dangerous products. You know, we would never do anything like that or promote anything like that. So then we go into harmful or dangerous acts. So let's quick read this one. Video content that promotes harmful or dangerous acts that result in serious physical, emotional, or psychological injury is not eligible for advertising. Some examples include videos depicting painful or invasive surgery or cosmetic procedure, or pranks involving sexual harassment or humiliation. Yet again, I completely agree with that guideline. Like, that is spot on. Like, absolutely spot on. Next one, I'm not going to go into too much detail on this one. Hateful content, again, completely agree. At no point should a YouTuber be hateful, you know. At the end of the day, everybody's human, so we should all get on, you know. There's no need to be being sexist or homophobic or racist or anything like that, you know. It's just silly. So yeah, that's, like I said, most of these, me and B-Mob, you know, we don't have any of this in our video. There's like, what, one? So here we go. Inappropriate language. Now, me and B-Mob, as you can tell in this video, we've really wrapped it in. The guideline states, video content that contains frequent use of strong profanity or vulgarity throughout the video may not be eligible for advertising. Occasional use of profanity won't necessarily result in your video being ineligible for advertising, but context matters. I understand the guideline. See, we have videos where we do swear, and we do, you know, we're playing against players, you know, we don't be racist towards them if we get angry, but you say you get killed, you know, and sometimes a swear word does slip out, and sometimes it can slip through editing. I mean, we do check our videos, but again, we're only human. You know, we can miss stuff now and then. It's like in our Armour video, it's why I marked it as, obviously, for adults. There was strong profanity. You know, and we did beep out the majority and try and make it almost funny. You know, when you're working on something for that long and you're trying to, you're going through the little bits, you know, the occasional thing does slip through. You know, and right at the start of the video, one thing did slip through. And, you know, if it did cause offence to anybody, then we do apologise for that. But I've always considered that our language is usually in context, and we never purposely offend somebody, you know. And for that matter, we rarely offend people, because our language is not directed at anybody. It's more of a slip of a cuss word, you know. Which happens during gameplay usually, or, you know, when we're laughing, you know, we cuss and it's like, oh, that's funny, you know. You know, usually in laughter, that sort of thing. And this is one of the main reasons I actually think our videos are getting flagged, is the inappropriate language. But what's getting to me is but context matters. And, you know, occasional use of profanity. And we do have occasional use, and the context is not to a point where we're upsetting anybody, or, you know, we're being too inappropriate. So we'll go on to the next one. Let's have a look. Inappropriate use of family entertainment characters. Let me have a look at this one, actually. Videos depicting family entertainment characters or content, whether animated or live action, engaged in violent, sexual, vile, or otherwise inappropriate behaviour, even if done for comedic or satirical purposes, are not eligible for advertising. Now, again, another one I completely agree with. Incendiary and demeaning. Video content that is graciously incendiary, inflammatory, or demeaning may not be eligible for advertising. For example, a video content that shames or insults an individual or group may not be eligible for advertising. Again, completely agree. You know, you shouldn't be giving people stick. You shouldn't be shaming people or insulting a group or individual. It's just not appropriate for YouTube. None of our videos insult any group or shame people. It's just not what we do. You know, I mean, this video, we're not shaming YouTube. What we're doing is we're having a discussion about their systems and expressing our opinions on it, and going through the guidelines that way as well. If you guys are content creators, you can then see the guidelines that you guys have to sort of take a look at and make sure you're familiar, you know, so that way you can have your videos monetized and not risk them being unsuitable for advertise. Now this one goes without saying, I don't really need to read all of it. Sexual suggestive content, it's not appropriate for YouTube. We don't have anything that's sexually suggestive, so yeah, it's simple, stay away from it. And finally, now this is the other one. I said that we have one or two that obviously might be a reason we get flagged. So this one is violence. Now, most games have violence in them, such as PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. It's one of the most biggest games that is currently going in circulation right now. Literally everybody is playing it. It is so popular. I mean, if you have a look on Twitch, on Browse, top, the first game it shows you for most viewers is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. So this guideline states video content where the focal point is on blood, violence, or injury, represented without additional context, is not eligible for advertising. Violence in a normal course of video gameplay is generally acceptable for advertising, but montages where gracious violence is the focal point are not. If you are showing violent content in a news, educational, artistic, documentary context, that additional context is important. So, we're going to go first touch on the montages side of this. I mean, me and B-More were planning on doing a montage for PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. You know, eventually we were going to put together footage and make it all funny and add some funny noises and stuff. But obviously we can't, because, you know, it'll get flagged. And eventually there's only so many times YouTube will flag you before you get in trouble, you know, and then you risk, obviously, further issues. But I mean, like I said, a lot of games have violence in them, and it even says here, violence in a normal course of video gameplay is generally acceptable. Then I don't understand why it's flagging our PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds videos. Obviously, what me and B-More are going to try do is we're going to try turning off blood on some of the games we play. I mean, alright, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer. you know. But I mean, if that's what is necessary to try and work around this and try and better understand the guidelines we've got, you know, we're going to be trying things out. And like I said, it's put a halt on our recording. We've got footage recorded. I've got footage on my hard drive recorded, but I'm questioning whether any of it is suitable. You know, I mean, I don't want to upload something and then have to take it down. I mean, like I said, I've had to take down a few videos. I mean, before I was familiar with copyright law, you know, because I never used to be really that familiar. I had to take down a few of my videos, and you know, these things do happen. But with this new detection software, I don't want to have to be taking down videos that I've spent hours recording. Then BMore spends what, 5, 6, 8 hours editing on one 20-minute video. You know, we're trying to do what we can to bring you guys good content, and content you want. You know, what we do is, I mean, I'm aware we don't have a great interaction with each other. You know, when I say each other, I mean me and you guys. You know, and BMore and you guys. Our interaction isn't that great in terms of the comment section. But what we do is we look at the views we get on the video, and from that we determine what you guys want to see. You know, obviously the best way to tell us what you want to see is by commenting on our videos and letting us know what you want to see, and we'll happily record it. You know, if we've got it, we'll record it, and if we haven't got it, we'll buy it so we can record it. You know, but yeah, I mean, I partially agree with this guideline, but at the same time, I think they're going overboard with the detection in terms of gameplay. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to turn off things such as blood and seeing where we can go from there. And obviously our language is going to calm down and stuff. So that's the guidelines. One thing that I read is that videos are actually getting demonetized due to the thumbnails as well. Like, they're being that pedantic. You know, they're going into that much detail. Apparently, they're also getting demonetized. And this is obviously just what I've been doing some research on, because I've been researching on it for the past few days. You know, they're getting demonetized for things such as tags and titles. You know, it's so small. But the issue is, like I said earlier, those small channels can't appeal it. You know, for the channels that are growing and steadily getting there, we can't appeal it because we don't have 1,000 views on a video in a week. Another one that's there is don't embed your own ads in your video, as this violates our ad policies. Which that is completely fair enough. I completely agree with that. You know, they have AdSense that do all that. I mean, obviously, if it's sponsored video, yes, you've got to, obviously, it's not such an ad. It's more a mention. You know, you've got to respect the terms of that contract if you've signed a contract, or the terms of that sponsorship. So yeah, what we're going to do is we'll quickly move on to this article. So this article is on recode.net. See, this article is actually a year old. This was posted on September the 4th, 2016. As you can see, thumbnail is PewDiePie. What the hell is demonetization, and why is it a thing this week on YouTube? Since 2012, YouTube has been automatically demonetizing, yep, a word YouTubers insist on using, some videos because its software thought the content was unfriendly for advertisers, and that is exactly what's happening. You know, I mean, this is a year old, and the fact that it's still happening, but even worse, it shows that YouTube really needs to change up their systems and think about the content creators that are posting there, you know, and make it. I mean, they can keep the system how it is in terms of, you know, detection, but they need to change the, you know, the manual review process. You know, having it at 1,000 views for the smaller channels, they're not going to reach that at first. You know, I mean, obviously in time they will, but for some channels it's not possible to reach that to be able to appeal it. And then, you know, YouTube's lost out on, obviously, revenue, because at the end of the day, that is what YouTube are looking for. You know, they're looking for content creators to bring them revenue, and they're hosting a platform for those content creators. But at the same time, you guys have lost out on the opportunity to potentially view a really amazing channel. You know, because, I mean, alright, yeah, you get channels that just start out, like, you know, even like us, for example. We didn't have the best start. You know, our video quality was really bad, and it's only improved with time. You know, and you guys are missing out on being able to see a channel go through its journey and see some really good content from them. You know, and sometimes you get, you know, I mean, I certainly, in the evenings, I go scrolling through YouTube. Of course I do. You know, and I look for new channels, and I look for new content creators I can watch in the evenings, you know, after I've had a hard day. After I've either had a hard day recording all day, or, you know, I've just got home from college, now I've done 5 hours of recording. Yeah, so it's rubbish. It really, really is. And I think changes need to be made for the YouTube community to start moving forward again. So obviously it says here, going on to the next comment, many YouTube video makers didn't realise until last week when YouTube began actively telling them about it. Fair enough. Next one, this has freaked YouTubers out, even though YouTube has been behaving rationally by trying to connect advertisers to advertiser-friendly content. It's not censorship, since YouTube video makers can still post just about anything they want. Which is true. I completely agree with that statement. So apparently, obviously, like I said, some things in these articles aren't 100% my opinion. YouTube software will screw things up, I quote, which means videos that would have ads don't, which means YouTube video makers have been missing out on ad revenue. Very true. You know, we are. You know, there's, like I said, there's big YouTubers like ESO here who are losing out on ad revenue. And this guy's, like I said, in this video, he was scratching his head wondering how he's going to work his way around it. You know, it's just, it's not right on these guys. You know. So yeah, what I thought we'd do, guys, is I'm actually going to wrap this video up. So we've had a little chat, you know. Why not comment down below? Let us know what you think. You know, give your opinions on this. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Kyle from GTnK Gaming.